Welcome back to another painting video. It has been a very long time since I've done one of these, and I really don't have a good reason as to why. Just life and things have taken me away from posting here long form videos on YouTube, but I have been posting some shorts recently. I'm sure there's a lot of artists out there that can relate to finding it much easier to, make those short form content, but I know I'm going to be trying to do better about making some commentary videos here. So just to set the scene on this piece I'm working on here, this is an oil painting on steel. So with this new series that I've been working on, I've been experimenting with different rusting effects on steel. In this instance, I'm using a silver blackener, which leaves a really interesting sort of textural effect, which I then paint on top of. Other solutions that I've used to create some rusting has been muriatic acid and hydrogen peroxide, and that leaves a really aggressive rusting effect, almost too much in some cases, where it's actually kind of unstable, flaking off. Trying to get the surface to be as paintable as I can has been a challenge at times, but it's been sort of a fun experiment. Vinegar and salt has been another mixture that I've used to create some rusting, and some other things too. If you are curious about what I'm using or how these effects sort of turn out, you can check out my Instagram if you are seeing this and you're not following me. I do need to do better about being more consistent across the board on social media platforms, but I suppose that's a whole nother topic for another video. I probably should have prefaced this whole video on letting you know where I'm at currently. So a lot has changed since my last commentary video. Right now I'm currently in Houston, Texas, pursuing my master's in fine art. So I am at the University of Houston, and this whole graduate experience has been such an amazing time so far. I've met some incredible people, incredible artists, and it has completely exceeded all of my expectations. So where I'm filming this video and where I hope to film future videos is in my studio on campus. I absolutely love the space. There's a lot of room to make the work that I want to, and the resources on campus are just endless. So if you'd like to see a studio tour video, I would be more than happy to do something like that. I really enjoy watching videos like that and seeing artist spaces and where they make their work. I feel like I should talk a little bit about the subject matter for this painting. So what has become pretty obvious to you at this point, this is a ashtray with a pile of cigarettes. I do plan on making another video sort of going more in depth on my ideas and concepts for this series. But I'm kind of using the cigarettes as a metaphor here, speaking about things like burnout and exhaustion. Exhaustion in terms of resources and the depletion of natural assets. So like I said, I just find these to be just a wonderful metaphor for the ideas that I'm exploring. And even as a non-smoker like myself, the reaction that I've gotten, I think people have a very sort of visceral reaction to a seemingly banal subject matter. Getting into the technical side of this painting for a minute, I intentionally chose to keep this, steered more into a cooler color palette. The cold gray color of the steel sort of led me to that decision, and I wanted to have this sort of overall harmony with the background and the painting itself. So a major challenge that I face with creating these different rusting effects on the steel and painting on top is how I can leave as much of that texture in place so I don't, paint wall to wall and cover the entire surface. So after I've done the rusting and I'm left with this beautiful abstract, I have to kind of make some decisions on the composition and how I can best leave certain areas of the surface with just that beautiful rusting textures. I'm trying to have as much restraint as possible when I am painting, and this one maybe isn't the best example of that. There's another piece that I did where I used the muriatic acid and hydrogen peroxide solution, and like I mentioned, that is a very aggressive rusting, and so that one was pretty fun and interesting, trying to balance the texture of the rust with the oil paint. Also, let me know if you'd like to see a video where I sort of discuss and walk through the process of creating these rusting effects on the steel, because a lot of what I learned was through YouTube videos, just trying to see what is possible and what I can create, how I can make a painting on top of this surface. And to be honest, I actually prefer to paint on a steel surface like this as opposed to like canvas, for example. This is pretty similar to, in my opinion, just like a wood panel, and it handles similarly to that, and I really do prefer working on a wood panel as opposed to like a stretched canvas. So future plans with the steel, I definitely think I'll continue working with it in some form. Working in larger scale is going to be a bit of an issue. I do have a larger piece over here in my studio that I've sort of welded various pieces of steel so to make sort of a larger piece, and it is quite heavy and a little bit cumbersome to move around. So I need to do a little bit of problem solving there, if I plan to work in a larger format. So this painting is gradually coming to a close here. I just want to take a couple minutes and just say thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting myself and my work. And of course you do that by just watching and following me in my journey. I feel like I do a lot of apologizing to you all for not posting more, making videos like this, but I do have strong intentions on making these sort of longer form videos, long form content, and I just hope that you all stick with me for the ride. There are a lot of topics that I'd like to touch on in future videos, things like my MFA experience up to this point, what the process of applying to an MFA program looks like, and just navigating a new city as an artist, just things like that. If you're interested, or if that is, it sounds like something that you might like, please let me know. With that, I'm going to let you all go here, and I just want to say thank you again so much for watching this video, and please do not hesitate to reach out to me either on Instagram, or you can leave me a comment here on YouTube. I do my best to try and reply to everybody, and just really appreciate you watching, and take care. We'll see you in the next one.